Streaming live from WHIT Radio from High Tech High School in North Bergen, New Jersey. It's the Girl Talk Show. I'm your announcer, Alanis, and now your host, Aisha.
It's Aisha. I'm here with Kamel, Ashley, Alanis, and on the board we have Caesar. Well, today our topic is depression, and it's Girls Talk. And as girls or women, it is actually a fact that we are 2 times as likely to suffer from depression than men.
Yeah, about 11% of adolescents actually suffer from depressive disorder by the age of 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the main cause of why girls have a lot of depression is either school or social media, bullying. I think is a big cause because they don't have nobody to talk to. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to express themselves. And I feel like we should change that one way or the other. It doesn't matter if you can't talk to an adult, at least talk to your friends. And I feel like if you have like a best friend or somebody and you don't know what way to help you, I think the best way is to talk to an adult because they've been through it. Us teenagers haven't been through life like to the fullest. We have, but it's not to the fullest. You get me?
Most of the way we live now, especially in our generation, we live like the adults did back in the day. Even more, actually. We experience more than our parents have. We've lost friends, and some of our friends do drugs. Some people drink, people party, they do some stuff. I mean, we already experienced all of that. We get to say we've lived.
Yeah. But
I feel like depression can come from anything. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean like you have to experience like different things. I mean, your parents breaking up can be something big to one person rather than just be something little to another person. You know what I mean? I mean, depression can come from anything. It's like it depends on who you are and how you view things and how you go about taking things, because there's certain people that are like, okay, you broke my heart and and you're a bad friend, but I'll move on with my life and you're not that important.
Yeah.
And there's other people that take it so deeply that it's really hard for them to recover from it. So I think that as far as that, I think depression can really come from anything. It just depends on the type of person that you are and the strength that you have to not let it affect you.
do you really believe in how people give you medicine, like a doctor prescribes you medicine
Well,
for
like the antidepressants?
Yeah.
I don't think they
Those
Those don't even work.
I think
they
they
don't.
that just BS money. You get me?
It actually
think it
makes
just
things worse.
drugs you. I just I think depression pills are just to they basically numb you to your feelings. They don't fix it. They just temporarily put it aside, type of thing.
For me, depression really it's all a matter of talking to somebody, to open up to somebody. I know it's really hard, and trust me, I come from a family that don't like to open up, so I understand 100%. But depression, killing yourself or doing something, harming yourself is not the way to go. And trust me for a fact, I know it doesn't cure you, especially cutting yourself. I really despise people who says I cut myself for hurting themselves. Why? Because the marks is always there. They look upon, if somebody cuts their wrist, it's always looked upon on your. It's looked upon your arm, and you're always gonna have that memory in your head. It's like, wow, I could do this.
It's
again.
it's like a fact. Either when you self-harm, it releases endorphins. Just like if you're eating chocolate and working out. So it makes them feel better even though they're hurting themselves.
And it's
which doesn't change anything, and you really shouldn't.
Self-harm.
Yeah,
No,
you
should
shouldn't
not.
harm yourself, even if it does make you feel better. There's other outlets, there's other ways for you to make yourself feel better. There's different hotlines that you can find online.
Exercise,
and
people, they trust me, it makes you happier.
Yeah, working out.
Overeat, don't be obese.
Working out and things like that, just things to get your mind off of
There's
other
healthier
things.
ways
Yeah,
to make
like
yourself
even
happy.
music. Music has helped me a lot throughout a lot of the things that I've gone through in life. It's just okay when you hear a song that defines exactly how you feel. It makes you feel good that somebody out there knows exactly how you're feeling.
Yeah,
You know, that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. So in my personal opinion, if you're feeling depressed or you're feeling down or whatever, just listen to music.
I agree with
that,
Anthony.
actually.
I do agree with that because, like, when I had a breakup, honestly, I didn't went through depression, but my image changed. Like, everyone knew I changed, you get me? And I was so down. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I listened to Eminem and Drake. They really, really touched me a lot. They really helped me get through my day. Like, even especially, and I write. That's another thing I suggest to you is to write. Like,
Yeah, I
write
write
Yes.
to
feelings.
myself as well.
Because
I had a journal.
it doesn't matter. Nobody has to read your journal.
Yeah.
Nobody has to read your journal. Like, I used to, like, when I used to write how I feel, and it used to be so depressing, I burned the paper. And then or threw away the paper, shred it up, or flush it down the toilet, because I don't want that image in my head anymore. And then I released it, and then that's it. I feel better about myself. I don't know.
Yeah, another thing that I think affects their mood and affects like the way you're feeling is the weather. I think that when it's raining and when it's like nasty outside and it's dark and gray, like you're more likely to feel like ugh.
Yeah, gloomy,
Rather than,
lazy,
like,
right?
yeah,
like
like-
I have my lazy moment.
Like
Yeah.
last winter, like I don't mind when it rains. I actually like it when it rains or when it's cloudy and stuff. I don't know, I like it. But when it's like that for too long, like for example in the winter last year, that like brutal winter we had, it was so gray outside for too long. I just
Yeah.
couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah, I think the weather is
Makes you sad, right?
The weather
Yeah.
is a big part too, because like when it's summer, like come on, like everyone like they get summer fever. They want to get out of school right
They wanna
away
party,
and
yeah.
party
Fun.
and hang out until the night and stuff like that. But like I like rainy days. I can't even lie because especially if my hair is curly, I walk. I could walk and walk and walk, and for miles and miles and miles, I never complain. If my hair is straight, then we have a problem because I would use a plastic bag over my head because I care about my hair. But like the weather really helps you. Like it really affects your mood, especially like. And that's just a fact too. You know how if somebody get in a car accident and you have like a metal plate or something in your arm, or like your arm is broken or something like that, and it isn't fully healed, it affects your mood too. Because they said like the cold and stuff like makes you cranky, and that's a proven fact. Because my aunt was like a very happy person, and then she slipped, and she has like a metal rod on her arm, and now she's like the moodiest person I ever met in my life. Like I swear, like, I like her in the summer, and it gets me really mad. But like you have to understand, like it affects your mood, and I feel like girls are usually like bipolar, regardless. You be PMSing and anything, body changing, like. We're the one who are having the most emotional times, especially through adolescent times.
Because I think girls tend to try to deal with their feelings a lot more than guys. Like guys are just like, okay, she hurt me, but whatever, like,
They're nonchalant.
F her or whatever, and they'll just like go about their day and act like they don't care.
Most
girls are more
girls.
like,
Most
how
girls.
can you do this to
Most
me?
girls.
Yeah.
Most
Like,
girls.
and even when they don't express themselves like, like you hurt me so much, it's like deep down we're still feeling it. And although we look at like other people and we're just like, I don't care, like like he could go by him, like whatever. But the minute we get home, we're like
sobbing.
Yeah.
Like, tell the
Because
guy change
we
our sheets
can't.
because so much water.
yeah, like
tears
you
and
can't
stuff.
control it. I think as a female, when your heart gets broken or when you're feeling some type of way, it affects you like 25 times more than it does like a guy.
And
You
it
never
gives me-
know.
So I feel like guys who like are really sensitive, the sensitive guys understand how a girl feels. Like the guy, or like those bad boys, wannabe bad boys. They still feel it too. I think everyone feels it, but they react.
I
in
think
different
guys
ways.
that are like those bad boy types, I think they're like, I think they end up feeling it more than a lot of people.
They're the most sensitive ones. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I
They're the
think
most
I
sensitive
think
ones.
so too, because I have a best friend, right? And he's super bad. Like he's like the definition of bad. Like anything terrible that you can think of, he's probably done or is gonna do it or whatever. Like he's not a bad person, but the choices that he makes are not good.
We actually had a conversation about this in my English class. You have NARD too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that there's like pressure on guys
Yeah.
to have to put up with it and just deal with it because they're guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Well-
agree with that.
Well, that's all we have for now. Again, I'm Aisha. I'm with Kamel, Ashley, Anise, and Caesar on the board.
Thanks for watching Girl Talk. Tune into WH. I don't know. I tried. I'm like, thanks for watching Girl Talk. That's all I said.